Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new season of the Clash of Giants. It's your boys here, Contra, as well as Sir Cloud, to bring you through the entirety of the weekend, or well, I would say the evening out, as this isn't the weekend just yet, as we are in for our playoffs with a lot of magnificent teams. How are you feeling, Sir Cloud?
Yeah, it's an amazing day to start this show since it is still during the weekday. And of course, we cannot have a weekday without some action, right? And it's nice to see Clash of Giants is already at its fifth season as we gather the best of the best teams around the region, from the East to South Asia. I mean, this is going to be a heck of a show.
It definitely.
My hunch is that it's going to be unusual as well. But ladies and gentlemen, we just got the signal, so we'll be jumping into our game. Let's go.
Here we are in match 2 of the Clash of Giants Season 5, and so far it's been a grand opening by Alter Ego Ares to take that match 1 and now leading the pack, and they're still here to play in this Group A versus Group C matchup. Now diving into Miramar, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be no easy task for all the teams that are on board, and this half, it's already starting off on a tough notion, all the way from the far western plains moving down south.
Dude, production has outdone themselves again. And then a new graphic for a new map. What an opening that was. Gotta give it to production. W Production. Put it in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Show them some love because they have been amazing. Now, looking at some of the potential early fights here. I'm looking at El Pozo. We have Tianba there, and maybe even BRX. So that's going to be one. Picado, we have a couple of teams. Okay, we're going to start to see the fight now, including IHC Esports.
Oh boy, I just put my votes on TJB, and now they're committing into one of the earliest fights possible against IHC. And true enough, inside Los Leones is still considered to be absolutely packed, but for very good reasons. Take a look at the very first phase of the circle. Majority of the teams are already there. So my question is, how long will Tamba take to fight off up against the Saber, or will they just choose to bunch off? Meanwhile, we will get a lot of all these early game offerings. TJB, what sort of weapons do they actually start things off with? I think it's going to be decent for Tingsker. He's got a DBS as well as M16. It's all about finding those angles to get out of this section of Monte Nevo.
Oh man, and they don't have the circle. So this fight has to end at some point. They're still locking with each other. Right now, IAC still has a full squad. While TJB, we see 3 of them just right across. But we move over to Chumacera. We do have Claw and Esports. So Claw up against A1 Esports.
Oh boy, once again, a rough start coming in from Team Falcons. Murder as well as action already down, as the rest of BTR is actually shredding out 3 members of Falcons. How did they actually start this off? And now it's only down to Ease. So it's going to be Zuxi versus Ease right now. And, well, I see that he's, well, for some reason, I'm looking at him flying all the way down. But, yeah, very interesting.
Oh, beautiful nades at the cross. Now Vampire Esports. We need to focus on the victor. One more throw behind the vehicle. Just will be leading the charge with the TV. Yes! And that's going to be Vampire Esports eliminating ASI8 Esports at number 8.
Oh, that's really got to hurt them a lot. Like, they just tunnel vision, and right now, even Vampire Esports got punished for doing so. It's going to be Schweppes right now up against the rest of DRS. DRS making a very strong statement here, still having majority of their members up. It's going to be Schweppes Now having to take all these form of isolated fights, but he is being gate-kept from getting anywhere further from this distance. But he gets a knock over Chama, but the nade will do its job. It's Killer YT to claim the 5th point for the real soldiers.
Now 5 eliminations now for DRS, and they'll be able to save each other. Shamar will be back up thanks to Killer YT. Next stage of the circle moved away from DRS. We're now in the top 5 teams. Alter Ego still with the full squad. They still have this momentum. So far, so good for Alter Ego. I wonder if they have the circle. Probably not. Only DRS now has it.
Yeah, DRS, they're just having the entire area to themselves. Alter Ego right now making a little bit of a deep drive. They might be able to claim a few areas of the region, and they're the only team with the squad strength to be able to match up to DRS. Right now, it's going to be Tuz training up against the rest of Alter Ego, or should I just say Alva? He gets a little bit more of that cover. A lot more work for Alter Ego as compared to DRS, who's already got the entire East to themselves. But the rest of Roy Esports, they're doing whatever they can to actually hold on. Majority in the top 5 right now consists of Southeast Asian teams. And surprisingly enough, you know, Key Mind being one of the player out there to last this long compared to all the other squads, it's a little bit baffling to me.
Well, yeah, the fact that he has not pulled the trigger, but yeah, I mean, being the final player, definitely you don't want to stay as quiet as possible. And by doing so, he's now in the top 5. He could potentially still go up. So let's see how far can Keymind go. He doesn't have the circle yet. He just needs to move a bit forward. But that chance could be presented to him. The fact that now DRS is busy with Alter Ego.
Sleepy is just waiting for the right time to strike as the rest of Alter Ego is getting occupied. Keymind still looking from that south side. He might even spot out Sleepy if he gets a really good angle coming from that area of play. He's going to be a taunt in the flash on either side of DRS or Alter Ego, but chances are Alter Ego still does not suspect him lurking over the back. He can remain to be quiet, but the longer he stays dormant around the area, DRS, once they do engage upon the rest of Alter Ego, he might just be caught in between the crosshairs, so very tough chance for Keymind to actually play this out. Chua held out by the play zone. It's going to be Juke, another fellow Vietnamese that will be looking for that pointer out there. Could be the last stand. Juke now goes in for the exchange. We'll be able to spot the final member remaining from Dingo Savior. 3 points, not too shabby in the top 4. And speaking of which, Keymind's already out. That makes it 3. So Roy with 2 members, and the rest is a full squad strength.
One of the teams that we mentioned as a underrated team, Roy made to the top 3. But okay, at least they're on the northern side, so they're nowhere close to this potential fight. Both of these teams busy with each other. Maybe Roy can come in later to see how it goes, because right now, if we talk about circle control, Alter Ego has a bit more of the circle as they are in it, while DRS is not.
And it's a little bit dicey of a situation. They don't really get much of a glimpse up against each other, but they can only take certain guesses where this guess coming from Rosemary does not connect the grenade over onto the members of DRS. They do have that back end of the ridge to hold out. But once they step out, look at this. Flat ground terrain, they rejoin. Chama does have that vehicle to at least go deeper, take the truck if he really had to, or maybe if there's some slight dip into a certain bowl or so, they could use that leverage as cover for the meantime. Roy Esports, pretty much the same over the north side, but it's definitely taking a while here for them to settle the scores, as they haven't really got good crosshair to be placed up against each other.
Yeah, stage 8. Circle will naturally force them in stage 9. Thus, sees DRS, pulls the trigger, tries to get Sleepy. Sleepy took 1 bullet, but it's minor damage onto him, so no big return yet for Tusk. Tries to do it for a second round. It did hit his leg, but again, the result is still pretty much the same. But Hans for you!
Whoa.
Got Sleepy from the other angle.
Yeah, it was preoccupied with the shots coming from Tuss, and now that's going to be an opening for the rest of Alter Ego. Perhaps they use this opportunity to reposition themselves deeper into the mix, where DRS, they're not really having the better end of the trade. Now that they've drawn the attention from the rest of Roy Esports as well, the rest of Roy. They're also sending in 2K, so this is not going to be good news. He's good within that grenade distance, and speaking of which, Rosemary spots him out. And Alter Ego area is still looking for that double chicken dinner to kickstart that day. Could this be very well the moment for them to seize it all?
Speaking of Rosemary, he's on the roll right now with 6 eliminations for the team. 9 in total for Alter Ego Ares. Roy Esports now down to the final member. That's going to be tough. But DRX really busy with Alter Ego. The match getting knocked out to Octa. Rosemary moves into Octa's position while Alba lobs a nade. Just push them back. At the same time, we had stage number 9. Teams will be pressured by the blue. We can see that Killer YT is making his move as well. Octa is pretty low. One more nade onto him and he will be eliminated. From the side, it's going to be Tuss that got Octa.
Oh boy, now Rosemary is soaking in all that pressure. Tuss is still being a thorn in his flesh. The nades now drop over inside of the Tuss is now being taken down. And the fight continues on between the rest of Alter Ego versus DRS. Two members knocked in a row. Rosemary does it all. Now it's down to X as well as Killer YT. Holding on to those tight positions and no nade being locked over inside of Killer YT. Can he actually dodge out? Yes, he will. But Alpha as well as Hans, they're closing in. It's only one member left, and Alter Ego Ares gets that back-to-back chicken dinner.
In 2